My name is Christopher Caldwell, and thank you for coming to my presentation online, How to Get the Most Out of Your Training, part of a workplace learning and education series. Now, if you're a presenter, it's important to get to know your audience, at least ahead of time. This is for people who are presenting in person. The presentation may run an hour to 1.5 hours, and it's for educational purposes. Remember, your client audience can change, so it's important that you understand what kind of a mix it is. Could be a business conglomerate, could be academics, and depending on the topic matter, you have to understand the ratio of different types of people in that group so you can speak to them in a language they can understand. Having large groups can be difficult. Over 20 people, it'll turn out to be more of a lecture with people watching you from the back, and it's difficult to field questions as well. Remember to change the architecture of your room. When you are working with perhaps 15 to 20 people, a U-shaped setting works best. This allows you to engage with your audience, walk around the room, ask questions to individuals, see what their body language is like. It's important that you develop trust and vulnerability to connect with your audience. There's going to be a diverse perspective and mindset there, so it's important to acknowledge the diversity of experience in the room. So frame your presentation for allowing for that diversity of thinking and expression. You really want to engage people and start to encourage meaningful feedback and participation. This is going to be done by creating a safe space. So you yourself have to imbue some trust and show your vulnerability. This really is about workplace culture. We're going to examine the workplace norms, values, and behaviors, and that's what's going to lead to the change, is understanding where you're at and where you need to go, and education will help you do that. So connect by describing how the people think and feel so that they know that you understand where they're coming from. Stay positive. There's going to be some questions that might have a negative connotation or some responses that don't seem like they're totally engaged. It's okay. Turn it around, and by the end of it, show the positive of what it is they're looking at. Remember, change is different for everyone. Some people are afraid of change and they like good routine, status quo, continuance. Others thrive on change. They want the diversity. They can't wait for something new the next day. Draw that bridge between them, and that'll create that safety. It is important that you keep an open mind and also open the minds of the people you're working with to create that fundamental shift. Learning can do this for you. Use questions that are how or why. And remember to keep the discussions flowing. If they're creating some sort of magic for you in the room, do not stop just to get to the next slide. Let them go. Remember to link perception and culture together. People need to be engaged. Once they're understood where they're coming from and that somebody understands how they're seeing something, you can then take them to the next level by just pushing them a little bit beyond their comfort zone, by getting them to think a little bit outside the box. If you encourage this, you can get them to feel good about the presentation and the subject matter so that they can engage their colleagues thereafter. Something new may arise during the presentation, whether it's from you, you may have an idea, or something that's fielded from your audience or your clients. Give it a chance. Allow yourself to go off script and adapt to what change is happening during the presentation. My name is Christopher Caldwell, and I'm a workplace educator and author, and I thank you for listening.